So if you've ever tried to grow a home-based business, if you've ever tried to grow a network marketing company, if you've ever tried to grow an affiliate program that you're selling somebody else's products and services, if you've ever had your own coaching thing or your own program, your own continuity that you're trying to sell and it has not worked out for you, this is going to fix all that. What we're going to get into is a minimum viable business model. This is the minimum you have to do in order to grow a home-based business. Most people aren't going to tell you these things because they don't care to. They just want you to buy their course. So let's go ahead and hop through the minimum viable business plan. I'm going to have this part, probably 3, maybe 4-part series because there's a lot to unpack here. But at the end of this, you're going to come out of this knowing exactly what you need to do to grow a home-based business online. And if you're saying, Kevin, dude, why should I listen to you on this? Well, I'll give you 23.6 million reasons. This right here is just one of my last companies, all right? I did $23.6 million in sales. Here's another one right here. You can see $49 transactions coming in, and we did 178,303 of those. So coming from a guy who's done a lot of online sales, like a lot of online sales, I'm going to fix everything for you. Okay, we're going to go through and fix all this for you so that when you go out there, you can actually build a business because most people will fail in this space. And I don't want you to be most people. I want you to be able to succeed with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through this and hop through the minimum viable business model and walk you through everything you need to know to grow a business from zero to, 6-figure business online. Okay, so let's get this started. If that sounds cool with you, give me a thumbs up. And let's get rocking, all right? So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, and one more thing real quick before we get started. You might not know who I am. My name is Kevin Hokoana. I've done multiple 8-figure companies online, and I did a lot of this stuff while I was actually in the United States Air Force before I retired. So you can see kind of Air Force memorabilia, the flag, all that happy jazz. I'm like the most patriotic person you're ever going to meet. I did serve my country for 2 decades. So there's that. Just want to let you know where I come from. So I've done this stuff with limited time. Right, I've done this stuff with a few hours a day, living in some crazy places, and hopefully you'll get to know that story. But you'll get a chance to do that later on. So let's go ahead and hop into this. All right. So first off, let's walk through the minimum viable business model. Okay. So we're going to get into some things before we move into sales funnels and things of that nature. The first thing I want to lay out for you is the 5 principles to live by, because you have to have some kind of code of ethic. All right, and some kind of, basically something that's going to steer you back to where you need to be. And if you're doing these 5 things in your businesses, then I really don't see how you can fail, okay? So number 1, you need to build your business around what you're passionate about, okay? You have to be passionate about what you're doing, because if you're not, there's going to be hard days. Like there's going to be really hard times in your business to where you're just going to want to quit, right? And sometimes, even if you're successful, there's going to be days and weeks where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And what's going to keep you going in this, right, is going to be, are you passionate about what you're doing? Okay? If you're not passionate about what you're doing, then as soon as you have a hard day or a hard week or something doesn't go your way, which is going to happen like every day, you're going to quit. And I think that's why most people don't succeed. Is number 1, right out the gate, they're not passionate about what they're doing. And so they end up having a rough day, they end up having a rough week, maybe they make a bad decision, they lose some money, and instead of learning from that like they should, they just walk away from it all. They're just like, okay, I can't do this anymore, it's too stressful. And what's going to drive you past those stress points is going to be when you are passionate about what you're doing, right? So I love internet marketing, I love network marketing, and I'm passionate about training people how to do it. Okay, so I have continuity programs and groups of people that I teach how to grow businesses online. I'm passionate about that because it changed my life, and I know it can change other lives. So if that wasn't like the reason why I was doing this, I would have quit a long time ago. I would have quit probably back in 2012. And but once you're passionate about something, that's it. You have that ability to keep going because you love what you're doing, even if the money's not there at times, which is going to happen in your business, especially early on. So if you want to grow a business and you're, let's say, into yoga, and you want to teach people the greatest yoga techniques to to calm yourself or get more flexible or whatever that is. Sorry, I don't know much about yoga. But if that's you, if you're passionate about the yoga and you're going to teach that, then the money will come because you're passionate about that thing. So let that sink in. You have to be passionate about what you're doing. There are going to be times when you're just going to have to do stuff you don't want to do to make money. I get that. I understand that. But for a long-term business model, if you're not passionate about it, it's not going to happen, okay? It's not going to happen for you. Number 2, let's get into the 60-40 rule, because we're going to talk a lot about lead generation, generating leads online, and generating customers. And I need you to think about this in these terms, okay? You should be providing, if this was a relationship, you should be, which it is, you should be providing 60% of that relationship, okay? The money that you get in return shouldn't even be comparable to what you're actually giving them, okay? And that starts from the beginning of your relationship. When you first meet that prospect, when you first meet that audience, when that person first comes to you for help to solve their problem, because that's what we're doing when we sell things online, right? You're solving someone's problem. It should be a 60-40 rule. If you're not providing most of the value in that relationship, okay, then you're not going to succeed long term. You're just not going to succeed long term. So the moment that a prospect or a lead or somebody comes into your world, you should be treating it this way. You should be saying, how can I give them so much damn value that even if they paid me for what I'm doing, it would still, they couldn't possibly pay me enough for what I'm giving them. And if that's where you come from, if that is the mindset you have going into this, and you reevaluate that, you recalibrate, you think about this at all times, at every step in your sales funnels, in your sales processes, then you will succeed massively. You will have massive success in this game. All right. And you will succeed for a long time because, number 1, you're passionate about what you're doing. And number 2, you're trying to serve. And that's what's helped me throughout the years. Okay. Is that I started out when I was doing this stuff, when I was doing online business and internet marketing and sales and things of that nature. I started this out from literally a tent in South Korea. Okay. When I was stationed in South Korea, when I was in the Air Force. And I always had that drive to serve. You know, a military member always has to have somebody to salute. And if you have that in you, if you focus on serving first, then the money is going to be a byproduct of that. All right, let that sink in. So even for those of you who are in e-commerce, all right, and let's say you're selling a pill, and it's a weight loss pill. We had this conversation in one of my Tactic Tuesday calls. I do these calls every Tuesday where I train a bunch of entrepreneurs every Tuesday on a new strategy. And one of the people said, "Hey, look, I've got a weight loss pill. I'm selling that. How would I sell that?" And my answer to that was, you have to go above and beyond what everybody else is doing. And what I mean by that is, you're not just selling the pill, because the pill is going to do whatever it is, but that's a commodity, right? If I said to you, hey, take this weight loss pill, you're going to start comparing it to other weight loss pills. But if I said, here's this weight loss pill, and oh, by the way, if you get these weight loss pills, not only am I going to, well, actually it was a superfood, but not only are you going to lose weight, but I'm also going to give you this workout plan, this DVD. I'm going to give you this online training course. I'm going to put you in a Facebook group with a community of like-minded people who are also striving to reach their goals, and they're making it, they're doing it, they're going to be able to help you. There's the difference, okay? So always try to go above and beyond, and if you're doing that in everything that you're doing, then you're going to hit that 60-40% rule pretty darn quick. Okay, so even if you're selling stuff, that's what this applies to. This isn't just a coffee cup, right? It is just a coffee cup. But if I was selling this coffee cup, I would go above and beyond with the coffee cup. Not only would I give you the coffee cup, all right, but I would also give you tutorials on how to grind fresh coffee that's going to taste amazing. And you know what? Using it in this coffee cup is going to do this for you and that for you and this for you because of the way the porcelain was made in China. So think about the value that you can give. It's not just selling a coffee cup. It's selling a coffee cup plus educational products on how to grind coffee. Maybe it's a sampling of coffee so they get that along with it. Give them more than everybody else is giving them, even if they haven't purchased from you, and you will succeed, okay? So there's a 60-40 rule. Just use that in your business. Kind of mold that to whatever you're doing, and we'll talk more about this later. But you have to follow that 60-40 rule. Irresistible offer, okay? Let me check my time on this. Okay, we're good. We got some time. So irresistible offer, guys. your offers, when you're making an offer and going on to sell things, you want to make sure that your offers are always irresistible. What the heck does that mean? What do you mean by that, Kevin? How is an offer irresistible? Well, let me tell you something. When I first was about, I think it was maybe 2012, about 2012, 2011, 2012, before I launched one of my bigger companies, I was selling an educational product. I was teaching people marketing, and I was selling a solo ads program. And this program was designed to teach people how to get traffic quickly for their business, right? They'd go on, they'd write the short ad. I gave them the template for it, and they could go on and buy solo ad traffic from a vendor. And I taught them how to do that. It was called like Solo Ad Secrets or something like that. And the way I sold that, I sold it for $97 one time. And it was a 2-hour course. It was a 2-hour live webinar that I did, and then I packaged it up and sold it to people to come get it. Now, when somebody hit that capture page or hit that sales page, the sales page went something like this. Give me $0 now, and if you like this, in 3 days, I will humbly bill your card for $97. So they would fill out the form, right? It would charge them $0 now, and then in 3 days, it would charge them $97, okay? And once they consumed that course, there was an email at the end of it that said, hey, you can go ahead, and if you didn't like this, just send me an email. No worries, I won't bill you. And so the position that put me in was kind of like going to the movies, all right? It's like I'm about to go see Avengers of Infinity War. And I'm going to see that tomorrow at the time I'm recording this. So that might tell you how old this video is. So I'm going to see Avengers Infinity War. That's like me walking in. And when I get there, instead of paying and then getting my popcorn and getting my drink before I go in, it's like not paying at all. I don't pay anything. I go watch the entire movie. And when I come out, if I liked the movie, I can voluntarily go, yeah, I'll pay for that, man. I like that. That was a good movie. And if I didn't, then I just walk out and there's no harm, no foul. So that is an example of an irresistible offer. So how can you do these in your businesses? So let's say you're teaching somebody how to do SEO, right? Search engine optimization. Or let's say somebody has a Shopify store, for example, and they want to go ahead and be able to automate their Shopify business. Well, you give them the training for free. Let them get successful, and when they get to a point where they need automation, then you go ahead and sell them the software, right? That's irresistible. They've already got a tangible result from you. They've already got success from you. You've already helped them. And then now you're saying, look, if you want to take your business to the next level, go ahead and get this thing. That's an irresistible offer, okay? So keep that in mind whenever you're crafting your offers out there. Number 4 is get paid directly. I cannot tell you how important this is. Like, I can't stress this. If you want to scale and grow a business, then what you're going to have to do is pay for advertising. You're going to have to pay dollars out there on a platform to get eyeballs on your capture pages. I'm going to talk about capture pages here in a minute and sales pages and things of that nature, but you're going to have to get eyeballs on your capture pages. So if you're selling, ClickBank product number 5, out there, if you're promoting a ClickBank product, for example, which is, you're getting paid in 30 days, or you're promoting any kind of affiliate product where the company takes the money and then they have to parcel it out to you later on as a commission. Whenever you're doing that, unless you have an email list that you can send that offer to directly, the problem with this is you can't move quickly. So you can't place an advertisement on, let's say, Facebook, run ads, okay, spend $100 to make $150, and then tomorrow do it again. For most of you, what's going to happen is you're going to spend $100, you're going to make $150, and you're going to sit there and you're going to wait. You're going to wait 30 days to get that money back. And then when that money comes back, you're going to go, oh, great, okay, I got my commission check, cool. You're going to cash that, you're going to go unpause your advertisements, and you're going to spend money. Now, how you were able to scale once every 30 days. With my business, or getting paid directly as an affiliate, this is why I do this in my companies. People can get paid directly in some of my companies to their Stripe account, is because if they make a sale today and that money's in their bank account tomorrow, what happens? What happens? They can spend $100, make $150, and the next day spend that $100 again to make another 150, or spend that whole 150 to make 200, and then they can scale on a daily basis. This is why you don't see advertisements out there. You don't see people advertising affiliate offers aggressively. Very few times do you see that. The last 20 ads you saw on YouTube, all right, were all of people selling a product. And typically they're selling a high price product, right? On a webinar. That's not really happening. So there's that, right? It's a auto webinar. But that's neither here nor there. The point is they're selling their own products, okay? Which if you're selling an affiliate product of somebody else's stuff, you can do that, but you need to get paid immediately. And companies don't like to do that because there's, chargebacks and things of that nature that happen. I do that in my companies. Most people don't. But that leads you down the road of now having to do one of two things. Either promoting something that gets you paid immediately so you can scale and actually put money into it, number one. Or number two, going down the route of selling your own products, which is what I highly, highly recommend. All right, and in this course, we'll get into selling your own products, okay? So get paid directly is the point. If you're not getting paid directly immediately, then you're going to struggle the entire time, unless you've already got a list and you've got money to kind of throw at it. If you got $5,000 that you don't need, right, and you're starting a business online, then that's a different story, because you can go without that money for a while those commissions roll in, and you can scale it on your own dime. But most of you are not in that position. Most of you are going, okay, I came online to learn how to make money, not spend money. So there's that, Kevin, right? I get that. And that's why in my companies I do pay directly, and look for those companies that will pay directly to people, all right? So processing on your Stripe account instead of theirs, right? There's ways to do that. So just look at offers that you're going to sell and make sure you're getting paid directly. Number 5 is, do they know you? Does the prospect actually know you? We're going to talk a lot about this because everybody thinks they can just put up a capture page that goes to a sales page and then people are going to magically just purchase when they have no freaking clue who you are. Like, they don't know you. People only buy from people that they know, like, and trust. That's it, right? When was the last time you've probably seen 50 advertisements today and clicked on none of them because you didn't know the person. You didn't know who they were. Right? So why do you think that in your business you can just go put an ad in front of somebody that doesn't know you and you're going to make it work and it's going to make you money? It's probably not, because they don't know who you are. So you need to get people that know, like, and trust you. So do your prospects know who you are? Have you given them value first? Have you helped them out first? Okay? Have you, when they came on your email autoresponder, did you send them a couple value emails first to warm them up to you? So they at least know your name and your email address and who's sending them the email. Because if not, you're just spamming them. Good job. You're a spammer, right? And you don't want to do that. You want to make sure people know, like, and trust you before you ever try to sell to them. Now, on the flip side of that, once people do know, like, and trust you, it's ridiculously easy. You don't even have to be good at selling at that point. As long as you're doing all these things already, as long as you're building a business around something you're passionate about, they're going to see that passion. And if they're passionate about it too, you're going to go a long way. If you're running the 60-40 rule, where you're helping them and giving more value, and you're giving them an irresistible offer, you're getting paid up directly. And if they know you, like you, and trust you, well, that's when you know you have a huge business, okay? So how do you get all these things? How do you do all these things? I know it sounds like a lot, but you can do it, I promise you. So what we're going to do now in the next video is I'm actually going to walk you through the minimum viable business model, and we're going to put it into action. I'm going to show you the advertising, the capturing, the bridge pages, the sales pages, all the things that you need in place to build your business online. So we're going to do that in the next video. If you're watching this on YouTube, give me a quick thumbs up. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, all right? If you're watching this in the back office of one of my systems or one of my programs, then you'll see the next video below this one. You just got to scroll down. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Thanks for hanging out with me and as we walk through this. Yeah, that's it, guys. Talk soon. I'll see you later, and make sure you watch that next video. Bye.